What's that for?
It turns a blade into a razor for logs. Protects your hands.
Thank you. Nice. I've never done manual labor before.
You must have worked pretty hard to avoid it. But that's behind you now, too. Got to lean into it. Let someone teach you a thing. Laugh at someone's jokes, and then tell jokes. Do you know any?
Any what?
Jokes. So, was it difficult to leave it all behind?
No. It should have been. I was comfortable. I had a dog.
Bold. I like it.
It was a source of amusement for others. My house was bought with flood money. My parents and I haven't spoken much in years. And numbers didn't make the world clear anymore.
You gave everything away to keep it.
But it's uncomfortable when nobody likes me.
If this Rabbi Jesus of Nazareth called you, it means you already have everything you need for right now. He'll give you the rest in time.
I just don't know what he sees in me. He's a religious teacher, and I know very little about religion.
From what I understand, Jesus doesn't love everything about religion. Matthew, what you think you know doesn't matter. Only that Jesus chose you. That's where your confidence comes from now.
I know he knows what he's doing. Just wish I did.
Skipped out of Hebrew school at 8. I think you'll catch on. Here's an easy one. If somebody asks you to tell a joke, tell them you have a vegetable joke. But it's corny. We'll work on it.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Glad to see you here.
I'm Philip. Wait, John told you?
No, I remember your face. You were standing with Andrew the day I was baptized by John. How is my old cousin? I shouldn't call him old. We're the same age.
His reputation with Rome is down, but his spirits are up.
Sounds about right.
He sends me with a message. Wants me to tell you something. On my behalf.
That's good, because I have something to say to you, too.
It's a very short message. Only 2 words.
Mine is also short. Follow me.
I will.
So John thinks you're ready.
Yes. He spoke with someone.
Shall we?
John spoke to someone the last time he was in prison.
Someone.
A Pharisee. He had been troubled by a miracle he witnessed in the Red Quarters in Capernaum.
Ah, yes. I know this man.
You know him?
Yes. Might even call him a friend.
John told me to expect anything. To expect nothing, but I think he'd be troubled to know that you were friends with a Pharisee.
He'll get over it.
Then we received word of what you did in Cana. That was all John needed to hear. He sends his love.
And you?
Meager offering.
Hardly meager. You will be the most experienced of all my followers.
John is hardly standard procedure.
Even better.
If I may be so bold, what are your intentions here in Bashan?
Just passing through.
To Caesarea Philippi.
Caesarea for one night, and then we'll continue north into Syria.
Syria?
That's right.
I heard you were just in Samaria and now to Syria. You and John are really cut from the same cloth. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you each had a death wish.
I wouldn't exactly call it a wish.
But to what? A death what?
It's nothing. I'm still thinking through how to talk about it. That's why I was gone for a couple of days. A lot on my mind.
Yes, I can imagine. In Syria, will we go to Damascus? Antioch?
Not to the big cities, no. To the smaller places. I'll wake him later. Should get some sleep, Philip. We've got a long road ahead of us tomorrow. I'll tend the fire.
Yes, Rabbi. Rabbi, one last thing.
Yes.
If there's time, I have a friend in Caesarea who I haven't seen in quite some time.
Your friend lives in a Roman city?
He's an architect. If there's time, I'd love to.
Of course, of course.
Only if there's time.
Listen, if we don't make time for friends, we won't have any.
Good night.
Good night, Philip.
Morning. Good morning. Did I sleep late?
The sun is hardly up.
Oh, my back.
It gets easier. A little. You get used to it.
Are you packing?
I am. I pack every morning now. I never know if we'll be somewhere for a night or a week.
That sounds hard. I didn't think about how this would really work.
I think everyone's struggling with that in some way.
How about you? Mary.
Wasn't it exciting yesterday when the men began reciting prophecy?
And a little intimidating.
Yes. We need to catch up.
Okay. How? I can't read.
I'll teach you how to read and write.
Oh. Where would we get materials?
Leave it to me. I know who to ask.
I am thankful before you, living and enduring King. For you have mercifully restored my soul within me. Great is your faithfulness.
It's more than 2 days worth.
It's wet.
No, it's damp.
Good morning.
Morning, boys. That stuff will smoke something terrible if you light it now, but at nightfall,
You did well.
I didn't do it.
Ah, then who?
A young smart friend.
Thomas?
No, Matthew. Who's Thomas? Ah, I'm sorry, Thomas. I'm still learning everyone's names. It reminds me of a time with John.
Simon calls him Creepy John.
No, that's good. I like that. So, the flock was evading Roman patrols moving up and down the Jordan.
You were on the run?
One day, John started addressing us by name. Zechariah, Tobias, Mikhail. We all start looking around at each other like, who's he talking to? And then we realize we don't know each other's names. We'd been out there for months, and we only knew each other's nicknames or aliases.
How is John?
Same old John. He's proud of you. I can tell you that much. Like a father. I think it's nap time. Wake me if there's work to do, boys. And, think Matthew, if you see him.
I thought that might be what you were doing. Hiding? No. Writing. Are you hiding? Philip says I don't have to do that anymore.
You guy. I like him already.
Everybody does. He's like Simon, but not like Simon.
What are you writing?
Just taking notes on what I see. This. I'm used to writing daily now. Began as a chore, but it's become a habit.
I think prayer is like that. At first, anyway. And the way Rabbi taught me. Now I love it.
In the short time that I have followed, people have quarreled over things Jesus said, remembered things differently, and disputed his meaning. I think it's best we have a written record to refer back to.
Everything he says and does?
Yes.
It's not a good idea.
Why?
We have enemies. There are people trying to trap Jesus in his words. They could twist something he said to defame him. Have you thought about that?
They will find it easier to twist something he is reported to have said than if it is confirmed in writing.
That's not how the world works. People can twist words however they want.
But it's clearly written.
Yeah, I bet as clear as the last time I saw you writing in your journal, spying on me for the Romans. And to think I came here to thank you.
People out there want to define all of us by our pasts. But we do things differently because of him.
For the record, it's a bad idea. Write that down. We head out in an hour.
He's not wrong. Be careful.
Yes? Okay. It is. It is. Is my brother slowing you down back here?
Always.
Hey!
You watch Simon and me in a foot race? We'll settle this once and for all.
Race yourself to the front. Big James is asking for relief on that cart.
Already? Thought we called him Big for a reason.
Yeah, that's why his shift is the longest. Come on, you're up.
I'll be up next, Andrew.
No, you don't need to.
I want to. You shouldn't. Let me tell you something. Some days, I miss manual labor. Fewer questions, less speculation. Honest sweat.
Have to get honest, Andrew.
Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. You know, it's funny, I would have thought that the keeper of the shifts would have been Matthew's job, not yours.
Why is that?
He thinks in divisions, calculation, order.
Yeah, I've noticed. Speaking of Matthew, I wanted to tell you. He's writing down everything you do.
Of course he is.
And that's fine with you.
It is.
Right? Good to know.
You strike me as someone who acts on instinct, feeling.
Yeah, but I do think. I think all the time. That's what I was hoping to talk to you about.
You were.
Yeah, I've been thinking. The group is growing every day. With greater numbers come more opinions and perspectives.
Sure.
We're all unified behind you.
You're all unified.
Right. We all agree on you. But sometimes you're away, and during those times we don't have your authority to defer to.
Well, you have my instructions.
We have a goal or instruction or someplace to go, but how we get there, how we achieve it. Sometimes there's a lot of noise.
So what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we formalize a structure
For what?
for how decisions are made, how plans are formed, and what is the process for raising objections to those plans. When and how they are vocalized and to whom. Such as how you sent James and John ahead to Syria to prepare. We can schedule that in advance. Or for instance, maybe all contrary ideas are rooted through Big James, filtered, and then brought to me for consideration. Just thinking out loud here.
Simon, I love how you are trying to make things better for the whole group. You could stand to be a little nicer sometimes, but you're a leader. You always have been.